Hello everyone and welcome back to Cozy Topia. If you've ever wanted to know what it feels like to push into jungle that nobody has tidied up for you, this one's for you. No maintained trail, no signage, just a metal bridge over a crystal clear stream, a rough path through thick canopy on the other side, and the sound of a brook somewhere further up that I've decided is worth finding. That's where we're headed today. I'm in the interior of Bali and already, just crossing that bridge, looking down at the water below, you get a sense of how different this part of the island is from anything near the coast. The water is clear in the way that only happens when nothing upstream is disturbing it. No runoff, no development, just jungle and gravity and whatever is underneath the surface of that stream bed. What I'm walking through sits on one of the most quietly significant ecological boundaries on the planet. Bali lies just west of what scientists call the Wallace Line. An invisible boundary identified by the 19th century naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace, who noticed during his years travelling this region that the animals on either side of it were startlingly different. West of the line, toward Java and mainland Asia, you find Asian species, tigers, rhinoceros, orangutans. East of it, toward Lombok and beyond, the fauna shifts toward species more closely related to Australia. Marsupials, different bird families, distinct reptiles. Bali sits right on the western edge of that divide, which means the jungle pressing in on either side of this path carries the fingerprint of ancient continental drift in a very direct way. This isn't just jungle, it's a biological boundary marker. The stream I crossed down there feeds into a system that Bali has been managing for over 1,000 years. The island sits on a network of rivers running down from its central volcanic ridge, and the communities here developed one of the most sophisticated cooperative water management systems in human history, a practice called subak. Subak is a network of farmer-controlled irrigation societies, each responsible for coordinating water flow across rice terraces that can span entire hillsides. There's no central authority running it, no government body managing the schedule, just a set of agreements between farmers, maintained through temple rituals and collective decision-making, that has kept Bali's rice terraces productive for 10 centuries. UNESCO recognised it as a World Heritage Cultural Landscape in 2012, not just for the terraces themselves, but for the social system underneath them. The water moving through this jungle right now is part of that same network. It doesn't look like history, but it is. The path gets rougher the further up I go. The canopy closes in. And somewhere, just ahead, the sound of the brook gets clearer, steady, unhurried, completely indifferent to anything happening downstream. There's a version of Bali that exists on a screen, curated, filtered, well lit. And then there's this version, rugged paths, unmanaged jungle, water that's been flowing through the same system for 1,000 years. The further you get from the resort strip, the more the island starts to show you what it actually is. A place built, slowly and deliberately, around a deep relationship between people and land. I hope you enjoyed coming into the jungle with me today. If you're finding something worth watching in these videos, the slower pace, the real places, the history that doesn't usually make the travel brochure, then stay around because there's still a lot of world left to explore together. I'm Nathan and this is Cozy Topia. Thanks for being here and I'll see you in the next video.